Peace and love, family. Self-love, transparency, day 21, family. Continuing in the conversation of my traumatic experiences and the impact they have had on my life. Today, I'm going to speak on my final wound that I am okay with sharing on this platform. And that wound is my safety wound, particularly when it came to intimacy and communication and relationships. Let's go back to my SA that I experienced first. Naturally, what came with that would be intimacy struggles, and it's only when it was met with a certain level of aggression, it would just take me right back to that moment when I felt powerless as a child and was afraid to use my voice to say I feel uncomfortable or no, right? I don't have enough time to go in depth, so that's why you have to join me in my 9-week Temples coaching program starting very soon. So now let's jump to the second part of the wound that I want to speak about tonight, and that is my communication. I started to have struggles with communicating because I was prone to shutting down and giving the silent treatment as a means to solicit a response from someone. Super unhealthy, by the way. 1 out of 10 do not recommend. That communication wound, I think, stems from still the SA, right? Because if I struggle so much to speak up, and I think that there's a connection between speaking up and abandonment, then naturally going into your cubbyhole like a turtle was the best response for me at that time. So learning how to navigate through that is just understanding the power of using my words. How many of you struggle with using your words? And I know you know the phrase, you have to speak it even if your voice trembles. And that's really what my voice tends to do. It trembles. I'm hesitant. I'm nervous. I'm anxious around speaking my truth. Now, there's another truth to where this comes from. And you're going to laugh at this story, but I'm speaking to my millennials who grew up with your parents helping you with homework. And you know how they were when they helped us with homework. You know what you're doing. Yelling at us like crazy. My mom and I, we talk about this all the time. We laugh about it. It's something that is known. And it was actually my mom who brought it to my attention. She said, I think that I might be responsible for your anxiousness. I was like, wow, mama. First, kudos to you for pointing that out. But two, I made that connection. It was just, that was in like the past month or so where, you know, I would say more than a month, maybe a few months, where I realized that the way that my mom would talk to me during homework time was like traumatic as a kid. And you know, that translated into my relationships. Anybody who raised their voice or spoke passionately and intensely, I just start shutting down and I get meek and mild and scared. So I said a lot tonight, but in a nutshell, the point is this. The point of all of it, right? I spoke about all of my wounds. The point of it all is that the minute you identify what these wounds are, it is your responsibility to do the work to heal it. Stay with me, family, because over the next 7 days, we're going to talk about how to heal all of these wounds. That's my word for today. Peace and love. Join me. Free discovery called templeofyou.co. I love to see you there. Peace and love.